So let me assure that I will not take more than 20 to 25 minutes. I know I am standing in between the lunch and you people are hungry. I can see from a space. So even if I have 100 plus slide onto this topic, okay, I will ensure that I cover it in the 20 minutes. Yeah, so I will optimize, right? Okay. So the Cloud Bridge is all about the technology which optimize the WAN, and the reason behind why we have this technology in the market is to overcome the issue that we face because of the latency. And believe me, no device in the world can reduce the latency. It can optimize the traffic, but you cannot reduce the latency because the distance is going to remain the same. You can send the much more faster data, but you cannot reduce the latency, right? So what we do is we look into the the typical aspect where we say that we will improve the performance and we will push the lot of data. From a morning that we were talking about the next year, it was very specifically about the web-based application where you have a device in the data center and nothing at the endpoint. The Cloud Bridge is a technology which can optimize any traffic which is a TCP base. It can be your FTP, it can be your SIPs, it can be your MAPI or any protocol which runs on the TCP, you can optimize the traffic. The Cloud Bridge technology works in a different way as compared to Nestor. So it is, I will say that it is a paired technology. That means you need one device in the data center, and either you need the other device at the branch office, or you can have a the software component installed onto your laptop or a desktop so that it can act as a Cloud Bridge, right? So basically it's a cemented technology which you can run in between your DCDR, or you can run in between your DC and branch, or you can run between your DC and the users who is the mobile users. You can install a software onto the endpoint and then it start optimizing the traffic. If you are going to use any of the Amazon technology or the Rackspace technology, they also sell the same technology which is a Cloud Bridge. You can bridge your data center with the Amazon and push the traffic onto the Amazon. So we will optimize the traffic between the Amazon and the Citrix. At the Amazon, nothing need to be brought. You can buy a license either from a Citrix or from Amazon directly. They sell the same technology that we sell, right? So how we optimize the traffic? So we do multiple functionality on the device, and one is the application optimization or the acceleration, other is the video optimization, the third one is a branch service optimization, and the fourth one is again the visibility and the insight. So we are going to have 15 minutes demo on the visibility and the insight, but on the first 3 topics, I will just try to cover the some of the technical aspect. So let me talk about the application acceleration. We can accelerate the traffic, which is ICA traffic, which is for a Citrix XenApp, Zen Desktop. We can optimize the traffic, which is for Microsoft file share, ships, MAPI, and all that. And even the optimization can be, the 100 times, 200 times, 80 times, and much more, right? Basically, then we can optimize the traffic, which is in between your DC and the DR, or it can be a storage replication traffic. We have tie-up with the storage vendor provider like the NetApp or the EMC and so on, where whenever you have a DC DR, the replication traffic going on, you can optimize that. So when I say this, you can optimize this, you can reduce the replication traffic between DC and DC or the DC and DR and so on, right? We optimize the video delivery. So this is one of the aspects, right? I saw the many customers which comes back and say that, can you optimize the video? In reality, no. We cannot optimize the UDP traffic because the most of the videos, they run on the UDP. What we optimize is the end user. We optimize or we provide the better, the experience to an end user. What is meant by that is we can cache the video data at the endpoint itself, or if we are going to download the same video, we can catch it at the branch office itself. The advantage that we provide is you can do something called as split caching of the video. That means you know that you are going to roll out the new video tomorrow. You can push the content on the device day before or in advance. And then when the user comes, they can see this video from a branch office device itself. So basically what we are saying is with the video, we cannot do the actual bandwidth saving, but what we can do is improving the performance with respect to end user. The third thing we do is when you have a branch office device at the endpoint, we provide you the flexibility where you optimize the office space itself or office infrastructure itself. Most of the times when you have branch office, you will have a small server which acts as a print server, file server, or maybe ARI read-only server and so on. Right? If you decide to do it with the WAN optimization, what we are saying is on the CloudBridge appliance, you can run the Windows 2012 R2 and you get the license copy of that. That means your CloudBridge appliance become a server as well as it start optimizing the traffic. So with the single appliance, you achieve the complete optimization of the branch where the device can act as a storage, it can act as a DNS, it can act as the ARI and the file and the print function. So basically, you reduce the the infra which is at the branch itself. So when you do all this, and as we said that when you have a lot of branches, the 1,000 plus branches, the remote area, it is very difficult to manage the devices. All these you can do from a central location. Just ship the device at the branch, plug it in the network. The centralized management tool, which is again the same as that of the command center, which we use for the next device, it can push the traffic and then send it across. All the configuration, all the report, everything will be managed from a central location, right? And then Insight, the same Web Insight that we were talking about, SDS Insight that we were talking about, you will have information about the complete flow, what is flowing inside your network. Many times you don't know when there is a traffic flowing from a branch to a data center or from a DC to DR or from an end user to your data center, which are the application which is consuming the bandwidth, which is topmost use application and so on. So Insight is a tool which will give you the end-to-end visibility with respect to end user, with respect to bandwidth, with respect to branch office, with respect to a data center and so on. So the Insight tool remains the same whether you use the Nexteller or the CloudBridge. The integration point is you have to point the IP address and then every report starts, right? So that is what on the CloudBridge is all about. Yes. Yeah, prefetch.
So to avoid the traveling cost, maybe it's streamed so that all the offices can display that. In that case, can be.
So that is called as a live streaming. That is what we are talking about. So we don't as such optimize that traffic, but we have tie-up with some third party, the product company, which is the software like the Tumu and all that, where you can convert your multi-stream traffic, to a unistream on the WAN, and then again convert back to multi-stream. That means the CEO is addressing the the entire team. Now the all team is watching that onto their own PC or maybe in the conference room. Now when it comes onto the router, it's comes like the multi-stream, right? Because it will have multiple points to come in. We convert that into the unistream, send it onto the data center. At the data center again it gets split as a multi-stream and goes to your audio and the video conferencing tool. So that is what we do with the help of the third party tool, which you can run again on the CloudBridge. So that software you can run on the CloudBridge, and then you can ensure that you convert multi-stream to unistream and unistream to multi-stream and so on.
Again. Yeah. Right. Thank you.
That IP address which you mentioned in the Insight.
Yes.
If we give that, then we can check out the data throughput also.
Yes, you can see the bandwidth utilization, which our application is flowing to, how is the response time, and all that.
What is the difference between the hardware and the software? If I use it on the laptop,
Yes.
hardware, what functionality I lose?
But so I will not say you lose out any functionality. So the question is just for the interest of everyone. Instead of using the hardware device in the branch, if I use the software client on the laptop or the desktop, what is that I will lose out? The only thing, when you use the hardware device in a branch, the user one comes and access some specific data. Say for example, he is accessing the mail or any other traffic. It will be stored at the branch of a device. Now if you use the software client on the laptop, then that will not be stored for the other user. So when the other user comes, he has to again access the whole data. The use case of the software client is more to do when the users are the roaming users, or you have very small branch like the 2 users, or when you have a rural branch like the RBI made the mandate that the BFSI should or the banking industry should have some percentage of the branch in the rural area where the connectivity is a problem. You cannot have a lot of data going through, and that is where we use the software client. We have many government banks where they provide the laptop to the users, and then they connect using the 3G or the 2G connectivity. Now the performance is a challenge because when they want to trade the account, say for example, into their core banking application, there is a challenge. In between the network connectivity goes off, though they have to start from again the filling of the complete form. With the cloud bridge, even if the network connectivity goes up and they come back, the form will be produced locally again as soon as the connectivity comes back. So it becomes easy for an end user to fill up the information. And that is what the use case is all about. So it depends on the use case how you look into. Again, if you don't want to put the physical appliance in a branch, we can have a virtual appliance in a branch itself. It can be run on the hypervisor, which is Zen server or the VMware or the Hyper-V and so on. So that is all about the cloud bridge as a technology.
So WAN optimization is again a broader topic. We have been hearing about the WAN optimization for quite some time, right? So where WAN optimization can be used, or where it can able to add value. So we have seen this a lot of customer place where I have a 128K link on the branch office, right? And I have more users coming in, and existing users are keep complaining about the performance of the application access. So where is the challenge started happening is early days we used to use the bandwidth only for application access. Then of course we had the printing also traffic going through the same pipe, and then the voice going through the same pipe, video going through the same pipe. Like it's just one pipe, right? It cannot handle too many things, like the congestion. Wherever there is congestion, a lot of customers have said that like I will improve, I will upgrade from 128 to 256 or 256 to 512. Like it will not improve the performance. You can try it out, you can upgrade it, you can double it, triple it, but it will not improve the performance. Performance improvement will happen only when you have a cloud bridge in place, right? In various aspects of it. One, there are a lot of fillers when the packet is transmitted from one area to the other area, increasing the bandwidth, still the fillers is going to be there. WAN optimizer is the guy who helps you minimize the filler and which increases the performance of the application delivery. Point number 2, Cloud Bridge also helps you do an effective traffic management. What is the effective traffic management? I can do QoS priorities. I can set the QoS in such a way that whichever the critical one for me, the application access or the printing or whichever the one, traffic can be effectively managed in the same pipe from A to the B site, right? That is another thing. The third thing is the latency, which Sheetal talked about it. We have a lot of customers, within India, there are so many, even leave away the tier 4, tier 5, even tier 2, tier 3, there are a lot of places where we have seen, the bandwidth, the latency is very poor. Wherever there is latency, no technology can improve the performance. Cloud Bridge helps you, even on a poor latency, improve the performance of the application delivery to the remote environment. We have customers even on a VSAT environment, they are using the Cloud Bridge. Zenap Zen Desktop, already I'm using Zenap Zen Desktop on a VSAT. Zenap Zen Desktop also cannot do anything because it's a VSAT connectivity. The latency is so poor. What Zenap Zen Desktop will do? You need to have a Cloud Bridge over there. And one of some of the key differentiator for Cloud Bridge, there are a lot of other players in the market who offers the WAN optimization solution, right? Key differentiator. Only Cloud Bridge can optimize, having the intelligence to optimize HDX traffic. What is this HDX traffic? Zenap Zen Desktop traffic. It's again our own protocol. We understand the HDX pretty well. Up to 80% optimization can happen for a HDX traffic, and that's pretty huge, right? Apart from the HDX, all other protocols, whether it is MAPI, HTTP, HTTPS, whatever the other protocols, we can, all Microsoft, again coming back to Microsoft over here, with our whatever the good amount of years of relationship which we have, the optimization on any of the file sharing or exchange, MAPI acceleration or anything, it's pretty huge. right, compared to any other vendors, right? So that is again, CloudBridge plays a critical major role there. And we have seen this video delivery optimization coming up as one of the very important use case where, like, people, the CEO presentation, people want to run it. So today what's happening is it's been recorded and it is being sent across to the people as a URL whenever people are available, whether it is a global employees meeting or a sales conference which is happening, people wanted to watch it. So it goes as a URL. So what happens when you click on that URL, your bandwidth is fully consumed only when that user is actually viewing that video. Instead, why don't you get that run on the branch level itself? To do that, you need to do caching. Of course, for doing caching, you need to have a good amount of memory. So every single device of CloudBridge comes with a good amount of memory, which can able to help you doing this video optimization from a smallest appliance of ours. So we call it as a very optimized and cost-effective WAN optimization solution, because we have the exact model which is required for your requirement. We have micro branch models which will support 5 to 10 users. You have small branch models. We have medium branch models, regional offices, data centers. So it is one single solution. We call it as a end-to-end solution offering, where between DC and DR, the storage replication is taken care. The same device in the DC is going to optimize traffic through the branch office. The end user, there are a lot of people use laptops. So when you try to access through the data card, many times we have seen the data card performance, it's not that great. When I'm in office, yes, of course the bandwidth is pretty good. When I go out and the data card, it's so at that time, how do I optimize? That's where the CloudBridge plugin, wherein you just have, it's a small tool wherein you can just start to install it on your laptop. Whenever you connect your data card, just enable the CloudBridge Connect, and then your traffic bit from your laptop to the data center is fully optimized, right? So you will see a huge performance difference, bandwidth utilization, and the user experience improvement are the two important criteria for CloudBridge solution offering. Right, so before we move on, I think we have almost come to the end of all the PPT sessions, whatever we have been having it, whatever we wanted to share with you on both NetScaler and CloudBridge. Any questions on CloudBridge?
I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, it's a generic question, and I'm a little curious to know that TCP IP stack by design is a best effort service, okay? And how much of that has influenced your designing, when you were designing your products, how much of that has influenced how you are designing your products? Because at the end of the day, at the back end or the underlying stack is not supporting, is not guaranteed service. It's a best effort service. So how much of that has influenced your product design?
See, when we talk about very specifically on the TCP, okay, the TCP has some few challenges, you can say, like the average bandwidth utilization or maybe acknowledgement need to be provided and all that. So we try to always overcome that challenge. We never change the behavior of the TCP itself. What we try to do is when you design or when you have any new functionality coming into, we keep whatever the base is as it is, but whatever the challenge that you see, say for example the average bandwidth utilization, the acknowledgement need to be provided, or you can say the loss need to be recovered and all that. So we look into only that parameters at the TCP level. And all other things that we do is at the app level, nothing at the TCP level. So that is how we change the behavior of the apps. Right?
At the TCP level, we are sending very huge files for engineering, designs, and drawings. So we still have a good
yes, improvement. Okay.
Yeah, so with that, we will move on to the live demo, which we talked about